If you're an ADHD parent, there is one thing that I guarantee you is crushing your growth potential, and you may not even realize it. Hi, my name is Coach Bruce, and I'm a life coach for ADHD parents. This thing that we, this thing that we walk around in our hand or with in our hands, in our pockets, constantly available to us, is a technological marvel. It can be your greatest tool, or it can lead to your destruction. It is not inherently good or evil, but what you do with it is extremely important. I hadn't realized how important until this morning. So I do a thing called stacking every morning. It is a process in which I dig into the emotions that I'm feeling. I'm able to process and learn life lessons daily. I'm able to have conversations with my inner voice and with what God has prepared for me to receive. It is very important to me to do this process daily so I don't get stuck back into my default programming of being a victim of letting life happen to me and of being in the grip of the ADHD trauma I grew up in. So when I realized this morning that the thing that doesn't allow me to feel the emotions I need to feel is really simple: dopamine. Whenever I check my phone first thing in the morning, that hit of dopamine that I get makes me feel like everything is okay, even though it's not. And what is really important to understand is not only is it okay that it's not okay, it's important that you realize when it's not. Because the emotions that you feel in those not okay moments are the triggers that the universe is providing for you to expand. You don't just get these feelings of overwhelming anger or sadness or depression for no reason. It is a signal to you on how you need to change your perspective to receive what is next for you. I know that might sound really woo woo to a lot of people, but it's been working wonders for me. But in order to really receive the benefit of it, I have to stack the emotion that I'm feeling presently. There can be things that have happened to me in the past that make me angry or make me anxious, and those work if I'm able to really get back into the place of feeling those emotions. But what has worked the best for me to have the most powerful revelations and life lessons come out of the stack for me is whenever I take the feeling that I wake up with in the morning, or whenever something happens to me throughout the day and I take it directly into the stack without getting distracted. That dopamine distraction in your pocket is the easiest way to crush that trigger and turn it into something you just won't even pay attention to. Like, I woke up this morning feeling anxiety. I knew that I needed to stack, I needed to get this off my chest, work through this emotion, but I checked my notifications first, and that dopamine made the anxiety go away just briefly. And so I went to stack and I couldn't remember what I was anxious about. I couldn't I couldn't feel anything bad, but I didn't feel good either. I just felt closed off because that window is opened by that emotional trigger. And as soon as you opt out of that emotional trigger through a dopamine hit, the window closes. Is it going to come back again? Sure, probably. But in order for me to get right for my day, it needs to be the first thing I do every morning. So I'm committed to no more notification checking in the morning, period. And this is something I've been trying to do anyways, but I didn't really, I was like, I know that's not really good for your brain, but I don't care about that. What I care about is closing down the conversation between me and my inner self and between me and God. Like, that is so important to me. I feel how powerful it is whenever I am focused and I'm determined to process the emotions I'm feeling. And I felt the difference over a few different times of whenever I had been distracted before I went into the stack. It took me this long to put together the pieces to figure out that it was the dopamine hit that was making me numb to my actual emotions. And that numbness, that comfort, that suppression is very, very dangerous if you are trying to grow and develop who you are as a person. If you're okay just staying where you're at, being complacent and sitting in the place of comfort and security and not trying to grow to a purpose or find more for your life, then sure, it's probably fine for you. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it for anybody, but for me, I am no longer okay choosing comfort as a priority. My goal is to expand. My purpose on this life is to become a better and better version of myself every single day. So that means I need to feel and process what is actually real inside me, not some fake drug induced dopamine hit that is just tricking me into thinking that I'm okay. So if any of this is making sense to you, I would love to hear from you in the comments. What is the dopamine distraction causing you to miss out in your life? Like, are you feeling this? Are you seeing how the phone in your hand is being an obstacle to your growth? I'd love to hear